You are now listening to Underground Radio, the podcast with the Dopest Blogger Alive, Queen Peach, and now known as the Underground Queen.
It's Yanni Yoshi.
Welcome to episode 6 of the Underground Radio, the podcast. I am the Dopest Blogger Alive, Queen Peach, Juicy Peach, and now known as the Underground Queen, all of the above. What's good? We made it to episode 6. Let's clap it up. Clap it up if you have been watching me thus far on my journey, on all of the episodes. You are greatly appreciated. Yeah, it's lit. I'm ready to get into it. Episode 6 is building momentum. Building momentum. We're talking about building momentum today because building momentum is very important. It's an important concept to understand. If you do not understand it deep in depth, I'm going to break it down this episode. I'm going to break it down so you can have a better understanding of what it is and how you can create better momentum for your life. Lil Wayne is known for this infamous quote, was infamous to me. Repetition is the father of learning. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, he said he the best rapper alive. You know what I'm saying? Since he said it, that's what he is. I'm the dopest blogger alive. I'm gonna go ahead and say that momentum is the mother of good flowing movement. So momentum is the mother of good flowing movement. That is what I define momentum as. And dictionary.com defines momentum as force or speed of movement, impetus as of a physical object or course of events. And the examples they gave are the car gained momentum going downhill. Her career lost momentum after 2 unsuccessful films. So you may know what momentum means in regular terms is how they put it, but we're going to of course talk about the spiritual aspect of momentum. And of course everything has a positive and negative side to it, but of course we're focusing on the positive momentum, the positive good flowing movement in our life and what we want. So like I've said, I believe I said this on a previous episode, I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying, because I just be spewing, but if you do not prepare your energy before you begin your day, and when I say begin your day, before you interact with others, before you go outside, before you even interact with your children, your husband, whatever the case may be, you're gonna automatically be in the momentum of whatever you already had going on in life. You know what I'm saying? This could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your already current momentum. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, it's going to be a negative thing if you're not preparing your vibration. Like if you just waking up, rushing, getting to work, going in traffic, you know what I'm saying? And you just not conscious of what you're doing. You're already in a momentum of some bullshit, basically. That's how I want to say it. And it's from our current thoughts and our lifestyles. So what we want to do is be conscious of what we are creating and continue to create the good movement of flowing energy. So basically we create momentum by keep going to experience a shift. And that's why I love the repetition part, because you're not going to see results if you just do something one time. It's unlikely that you would see results if you just did something one time. It takes repetition, and that's how you get that good flowing momentum of energy. So an example of this, in episode 4, I discussed the Juicy experiment, which is the 1-year experiment that I discussed. And if you have not listened to the episode or watched the episode on YouTube, go back and watch it. It's a real good episode. And right now I'm living the momentum of that energy, of that creative energy. Like, I'm so creative, y'all. Like, first off, I'm always so creative, but it's about acting on that creativity. And because I restarted the Juicy experiment, putting in my hours daily, working for myself, my momentum is like, it's lit. Like, all I want to do is create. You know what I'm saying? So it's the consistency that has created that excellent momentum for me. So that's what I'm talking about when you're doing momentum. So let's talk about having momentum for like, you can have momentum going for one area in your life and not have it going for another area. But we're not going to worry about what you don't have it going for. We're just going to put the intention out for what you want. For example, there was a time where I always loved yoga, y'all. I'm a dancer. I love stretching, but yoga has been something I always loved, and I always wanted to do yoga more. And I would have resistance in my head, thinking about, like, oh, I wish I was doing a yoga. I wish I was going to yoga, this and that. And now I find myself doing yoga all the time. That's what I'm saying, because I created the momentum for it. And a way to create the momentum for this is having daily reminders. This will be something that I would suggest doing outside of your vision board. We had that episode as well. The vision board is one example, but having daily reminders around. We got to think about the world. So when you think about the world is like subconsciously and consciously advertising to us. They have mastered how to talk to our subconscious and our consciousness, whatever, to get us to buy shit, get us to do things, all of these things. And it's like, we have to be on that level and beyond with talking to our subconscious. We have to be on that level. So I like to have little reminders. Like, you can put up artwork in your home to remind you of, you know, I would say good feeling quotes. It just depends on what subject you're trying to create momentum on. And I would say the best thing to create momentum on is to feel good, because when you are feeling good, then you are rested. Think about, like, your brain is like a computer. You know what I'm saying? And if you never shut down, or you know how you can rest your screen, I would say shut down, though. If you never shut down and reset and restart, then your shit gonna be fucked up. And there's no better way to say it. So your brain is like a computer, and you must get that rest to get that momentum going, because once you're rested, you're able to free your mind to go into other areas. You know what I'm saying? You're not bounded. So having daily reminders. A good way to do this is most of everybody got an iPhone. Even if you don't have an iPhone, you can still do this. On your phone, your alarms, you can set alarm times and change your labels. And I do this. I change my alarms for to remind myself of whatever it is I want to remind myself of. So it could be an affirmation that I have alarms for. Let me see. Oh, I'm using my phone. I'm tripping. But I was gonna say, let me see. I have reminders of different things, like everything is working out for my highest good, or I have specific affirmations that are specific for me. But a good thing that I do have is a reminder that reminds me to consciously imagine. I set out time to have imagination, because imagination is, like, I would say, like, the top secret. It ain't a secret because I'm telling you, but it's the top thing to get anywhere, to manifest, to quantum leap, to shift, which is all of those things are on the same level, to feel better, to create. Imagination is like everything, and they teach you this while you're a child. You know what I'm saying? They teach you this while you're a child, so we have to go back to that imagination. So I have time set out for imagination, and that helps me with my momentum. Another big way to build momentum is, when I mentioned this, is to be consistent with your affirmations. Like I said, you cannot just do something one time and expect change. And we must remember, it's a lot of information out here, and what I don't want is for people to get lost in the sauce, to be consuming all of this information but not doing the basic things, or not beginning with the first steps of things. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get overwhelmed and have resistance when that's not needed, because you can just begin with saying your words. Because we all say that we know how powerful words are, but then, we don't implement that throughout the day. So our reminders have to be embedded in us. So affirmations, I'm going to be heavy on affirmations because that's what it is. And I feel like, think about being stuck or something. Let's say even if you're in a dream, because dreams are very powerful, and you're like, you stuck somewhere, you can use your words. Like, think about, you think as if your words are like, let's say you're locked in a room and you don't see a key, and then you say, I am free, and then the key appears. That's how powerful affirmations are. Like, thinking about it in a animation standpoint, affirmations are very, very powerful. So you want to be consistent and create the momentum. Remember what Wayne said about repetition. So here's some of my favorite affirmations, and I'm going to share with y'all. I have all the resources I need to create whatever I want to create now. This is an important affirmation because there was a time where I felt like I always needed something else to create, and I see this happening a lot with a lot of people. Like, they have to have the perfect environment, they feel like, or they need the perfect tools. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to creation, there's no need to wait, because even if you do not have something that you feel like you need, let me ask you this: have you written down your game plan? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you written down how much the tools are going to cost, or where you're going to get it from? Have you written down when you get the thing, like, what you're going to do with it? Like, have you started studying the software? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get stuck on not having the physical thing that you feel like you need. So the affirmation is, I have all the resources I need to create whatever I want to create now. Once you affirm that, you are like sparking the journey for all of the resources to come to you in the now. I promise you, y'all, this is so much truth. You know what I'm saying? And this affirmation releases resistance. Like I said, having a creation plan is like similar to a game plan, because it's very helpful for you. It's going to help you move past that stuck energy, feeling a lack, and you can just create now. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a minute, like, I wanted like Final Cut Pro, because that's the software I use. You know what I'm saying? But while you're waiting for it, or, have you looked up how to use it? You could be writing notes on how to use the shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just feeling like, I can't do this, or making excuses. So again, the affirmation is, I have all the resources I need to create whatever I need to create. I have all the resources I need to create whatever I want to create now. So whatever it is. And remember, everything I say is challenging you to level up your mindset. All the affirmations that I'm giving, it's a different shift. Again, we have to shift in order to grow. So yeah, that's one of my affirmations that I really love, because things do not have to be perfect in order for you to begin. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that you can do towards whatever it is that you're trying to create. So I love that. Another affirmation, I believe I read this, like I said, I don't know at this point, when I did the vision board episode, because this is on my vision board, I can hear God clearly. When God tells me to move, I move. This is like one of my favorite affirmations. And this has built momentum of like me feeling safe, because basically this affirmation means I'm divinely protected. You know what I'm saying? I'm safe. I am safe and I'm divinely protected. That's what this affirmation means to me. When I first met my husband, like, he couldn't understand why I didn't watch the news. If you know me, you know I do not mess with the news at all. Like, I feel like the news, and it's not even I feel, it's like a fact. The news is basically embedding fear in people for no reason. And, you know, I'm not going to argue with you if you feel like, oh, it is a reason and this is and that. That's because that's if that's what you feel like, that's for you. But it's not for me, because another affirmation from Louise Hay is everything that I need to know will be revealed to me. So when you're spiritually tapped in, you don't gotta watch the lies, because you don't need to be watching the news, because the news is gonna have a negative shift and have you fearing for your life, period. I feel like it's gonna have you in fear constantly, and you get what you're focused on. So if there's something important in the world that I need to know, I'm gonna find out anyway. I do not have to watch the news. I found out all the things I need to know anyway, because I can hear God clearly. When God tells me to move, I move. I love that affirmation. This goes for moving out of state. You know what I'm saying? This goes for moving away from people, releasing, you know, other people's energies. This is an affirmation of obedience as well, because when God is giving you a command, you know what I'm saying, you got to listen to it and you got to follow it through, because it's going to work out for you clearly. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly this is divine knowledge. So I love this affirmation. Like I said, the news is just like designed to mess with your emotions and to have you living in fear. So I don't mess with it, because God got me. I'm gonna know like what's up. I'm like, y'all will be surprised of how in tune I am in, for those who don't know me, because I know the shit anyway. So I don't even need to be, you know, watching all of that stuff. I've been off the news for a minute, probably since like 2018. That's really when like my eyes opened up to like just all the bullshit that the news got going on. So that's my affirmation. The second affirmation that I have, you know, that has built momentum with me. So the third affirmation is, and this is on my vision board as well, I believe I read this: I surrender to the divine timing of the universe. I know that all of my inner desires, needs, and answers to my questions will be received at divine timing. So this is like my favorite affirmation. I know I said about the other one, but all these are like my faves. But basically, we must give up the battle with time, y'all. We're not going to win. You're not going to win when you're trying to battle time, because time is not your business. Time is like, when I basically, you know, I talk about focus on the what and the why and not the when and the how. That's the same thing. Focusing on when and how, that's kind of focusing on time. So me, my journey of, you know, taking the bar 4 times and becoming a California attorney, which I'm still celebrating that, that journey has taught me divine timing, because there were times where I'm like, oh, well, this is going to be the time. This is going to be the time. And it wasn't that time. But I always knew that my time would come. But once you surrender to divine timing, everything is in a flow, because you're not going against it. You're just going with the flow. You're going with the divine. You know what I'm saying? So, accepting divine timing is the only way. You know what I'm saying? It's the only way, because we must learn to flow naturally with time. And we know that time is like a man-made construct as well, because when you're in the spiritual realm, you're not bound by time. It's basically how God is able to be everywhere with you. He's able to be everywhere with me. He's, you know, there's no such thing as time. But while we're here on earth, we kind of get lost in the sauce of the whole timing. And it's like, while you're on your journey, if you can just, we talked about law of detachment, if you can just detach and live freely, it's going to work out it's going to work out so much better for yourself, and it's going to appear that the time is faster anyway, because when you're doubting and you're worrying about time, you slowing the time down anyway. So I surrender to the divine timing of the universe. I know that all of my inner desires, needs, and answers to my questions will be received at divine timing. These are all affirmations that I don't know when I wrote these out, but these have been assisting me. They were assisting me on my journey. So, yes. Number 4, I embody patience, and I only speak with kindness and love. So this affirmation is for, it's really good if you have children, and having momentum of patience and peace is a very good thing when you have children, especially if you have multiple children. As you guys know, I'm a mother of 4. Look at this belly. I'm a mother of 4 boys, and when you are raising children, it's a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is their own entity. Every single person has their own energy, and instead of it being a whirlwind, you want to balance your energy, have the momentum of personal time. That's very important for parents. If you are a parent, you need to have the momentum of a personal time. So what I like to do is I get up early, I make my tea, I'm able to come to center with myself, and I prepare my energy before I even interact with my kids. Do it happen every day? No, but it happens most of the time. So I already have good momentum going. Like I said, sometimes like you may not meditate every day, and because every day is unpredictable. You may not do a certain thing every day, but however, if you have already created that good momentum, it's going to be a natural movement of energy already flowing for you. And I love living in that good momentum. But of course, you can't go off of that, because you have to keep putting in the work to keep the energy flowing. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep going. But I embody patience, and I only speak with kindness and love. That's an affirmation that I love to say, and I love to embed in myself, so that I have patience, because there's no need to be impatient, especially with children. There's no need. You know what I'm saying? You need to be patient with yourself and patient with them, because they're a reflection of you as well. And we all coexist, and we all choose, especially the parents. You're having the children, you're choosing. So I choose to have a big family. So I choose to choose to speak with kindness and love. That's my choice. Because why would I be doing the opposite of that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So again, you have to build momentum for this. You just don't wake up, you know what I'm saying, like being peaceful all of a sudden when you was living 32 years of being angry. No, that's not how it happens. You have to create the momentum. So that's what I've been doing. Number 5, I believe in myself. I know I can do this. I'm doing a wonderful job. So this is what I have been telling myself this whole year. You know, I've been telling myself, Peaches, I'm so proud of you. You are doing a wonderful job. You're doing so excellent. And I feel good saying that. Because it's true. I'm doing my best. I'm putting in the work. I'm doing a good job. This is going to build the momentum of more belief in yourself, of you doing more of a good job. It's basically getting the wheels going. You know what I'm saying? And there's nobody who's going to soothe you like you soothe you. It is good to hear from others that you're doing a good job, but guess what? The person that needs to hear it is you to you. Your spirit needs to hear that. I'm telling you, your spirit needs to hear that. And once you start doing it to you, then the outside world is going to be like, their attention is going to be on you. Like, I'm getting a lot of compliments just from close friends of like, I see you working. Like, I see you putting this content out and, you know, doing your thing. And that makes me feel good that they're acknowledging that. But you know what? What makes me feel better is that I'm acknowledging that, and I'm putting in the work, and that I'm appreciating myself. I'm appreciating myself, and that I'm loving myself. It's lit, y'all. It's lit. That creates the momentum of more belief and more doing a good job. So again, the affirmation is, I believe in myself. I know I can do this. I am doing a wonderful job. I'm doing a good job. Number 6, I am enjoying living life on my journey. So this affirmation is building momentum of living in the present. So what I said, we in the month of April. This is when this is being recorded. I don't know when y'all will get it. Y'all get it when y'all get it. But this is the month of April 2023. And I say I always like create themes, but it's not, I do create things, but it's going off of the energy that I feel going on. But I feel like the month of May is like, for me, it's like stillness. And instead of like meditating, focusing on a specific thing of a desire, it's kind of like quietness. So stopping all thought, silence. That's what I feel like May is, and that's what's going to be my focus. But that silence is also building momentum of living in the present. But the affirmation, I am enjoying living life on my journey. When you're enjoying the journey, you're not attached to the destination. You're not attached to the timing of things. You're not attached to anything. You're just living and enjoying. There was a time where I thought that I was on that, but I wasn't. I kind of was too attached to whatever it was that I was trying to manifest. And, you know, you may not know how to do something now, but once you put that intention out, the universe will show you. God will show you, and you will eventually get to where you want to be. But again, you have to start the momentum of that. So I love that affirmation. I am enjoying living life on my journey, because it's all about the journey. It's not about the destination, but you will get to the destination though. Knowing that you will get to the destination, it makes you feel at ease, and then just accepting the divine timing of that and releasing it is lit. So once again, I am enjoying living life on my journey. That is my affirmation that I love to say and I love to live. And right now, I can say that that is where I'm at. I can say that wholeheartedly. I'm enjoying creating. I'm enjoying being a mother. I'm enjoying just being alive, being present, and just being thankful for all the experiences. Look at my babies. This is 2 of my babies, my brother and my son. I just saw them looking through the camera. For those who listening and not watching, I have a picture of my brother and my son, which their child pictures look just alike. If I show y'all a picture of my brother as a little boy, y'all think that would be my son. But you know, that experience of my brother is definitely, you know, helped me more live in the moment, because we're not gonna be here forever. We're not gonna be here forever in the physical sense, but we are here forever as far as the spiritual sense. But while we're here on this side, I want to enjoy it. So I choose to enjoy it. It's a choice. I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to continue to feel good no matter what. So, like I said, you shouldn't just do affirmations one time a day, and then go back to doing some low vibrational activities. And anytime you're on my platforms, whether that's the Juicy Expressions, the Instagram, the podcast, all of the things, I'm never going to be about judgment. So when I say low vibrational things, that's something for you to define. But low vibrational activities is basically things that you do that doesn't bring that good feeling to you, and things that you want to change. So like I said, you can't just do affirmations one time and then just forget about them throughout the whole day and just be in that momentum of some bullshit. You have to remind yourself. So think about more ways of how to advertise to your subconscious. how to advertise to your subconscious. Like, what are some more ways you're going to do? And just a few more is what you listen to. Of course, what you eat. That's going to definitely advertise to your subconscious naturally, because you eating more live foods is, speaking to your cells and all of that. So think about more ways to advertise to yourself, to your subconscious and your consciousness, so you can be more conscious about what it is that you're creating momentum of. And the more you do this, if you can do this for even a week, you're going to feel the benefits of living a better week. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like having more rest and having more silence is definitely key, and imagination. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. This is episode 6 of Underground Radio, the podcast. I appreciate y'all, and let's continue to build this good momentum. So, of course, we always have karaoke, so I'll be back with that. Okay, I'm back for karaoke. I just took a sip of water for those who are listening. This karaoke is Psilocybin by Janae Aiko. I love Janae because Janae is somebody who has her intention is wellness and healing, and she also is someone who revealed like deeper sides of herself, of contrast, because we all go through contrast. And whether you are, you know what I'm saying, you have to start somewhere, and you have to start somewhere, and you start with where you are at. So I just love seeing her elevate on her journey. Like I said, she's been very revealing in her music of sharing her journey to higher consciousness. So shout out to Janae. Won't let the day get in the way. We're on a plane to inner space. Don't be afraid, give it away. We gotta make a great escape. I can do all things by the sunlight. I can do all things, what a wonderful life. We should do mushrooms by the moonlight. Yeah. Oh, what a wonderful ride. Right place, right time, right mind, right now. Right direction. By your side, you and I, do or die. Who am I? Your reflection. Right place, right time, right mind, right now. Right direction. By your side, you and I, do or die. Who am I? Your reflection. So, thank you for watching episode 6. I wonder if y'all be laughing at me when I do karaoke, but I don't care. I'm going to keep doing my karaoke. I still got a hidden voice. I'm trying to bring it out. I need to practice. I need to do voice lessons. That's what I want to do. But I can hear a little note sometimes. But, yeah, that's episode 6. And thank you for watching Underground Radio, the podcast. And stay tuned for episode 7. Love y'all. The Dopest Blogger Alive.